What does it take for a teenager with no college degree, no political family, and no connections in Washington to rise into the center of America's most controversial political movement? This is the story of Charlie Kirk. At just 18 years old, he founded a student organization that spread across hundreds of campuses. By his 20s, he was sitting next to presidents, shaping conversations on national television, and becoming one of the most polarizing voices of his generation. Love him or hate him, Charlie Kirk's journey is a story of conviction, controversy, and the power of one determined voice. This is how a teenager became a MAGA icon. Opening hook, Duro 045. What does it take for a teenager with no college degree and no political family background to rise into the heart of America's most controversial movement? This is the story of Charlie Kirk. At just 18, he founded an organization that spread across hundreds of universities. By his late 20s, he was a household name among conservatives, a close ally of the Trump family, and a voice shaping the next generation of American politics. Whether you agree with him or not, his journey is impossible to ignore. Early life, the beginning, 045, to Helk. Charlie James Kirk was born in 1993 in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Raised in a middle-class family, he grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. His father was in architecture. His mother stayed at home. Unlike many political figures, Kirk did not come from a political dynasty. He wasn't destined for Washington, D.C. He carved his own way. As a teenager, he joined his local church, read political articles online, and became fascinated by conservative values like free markets and limited government. One pivotal moment came in high school. Kirk wrote an essay arguing that colleges lean too far left, discouraging conservative students from speaking up. That essay got attention, and it sparked a realization. Politics wasn't just for older people, it was a battlefield for young Americans too. Turning Point USA, The Leap of Faith, 2040. In 2012, at just 18 years old, Charlie Kirk founded Turning Point USA, TPUSA. His mission? To challenge the dominance of liberal ideas on American campuses. He skipped college himself, believing he could make a bigger difference in activism than in a classroom. At first, TPUSA was small, just Kirk, a handful of volunteers, and a vision. But Kirk had something powerful: charisma, persistence, and the internet. He traveled across the country, sometimes driving thousands of miles, to set up chapters at schools. He launched viral campaigns like Professor Watchlist, highlighting professors accused of pushing radical left-wing ideas. Within a few years, TPUSA grew into one of the most influential student political groups in America, operating in hundreds of colleges. Rise to national spotlight, 460. Charlie Kirk's rise wasn't just about campuses. He became a national media figure. Regular appearances on Fox News gave him a platform to speak to millions. He mastered Twitter and podcasting, turning The Charlie Kirk Show into a megaphone for conservative activism. Most importantly, Kirk aligned himself closely with the Trump movement. He built a strong friendship with Donald Trump Jr. He defended President Trump vigorously during media controversies and impeachment battles. By the 2020 election, Kirk had cemented his place as a key young general in the MAGA army. Critics accused him of spreading misinformation, oversimplifying complex issues, and fueling polarization. But for his supporters, he was a refreshing, bold voice who stood up against the establishment. Building a MAGA icon, 6080. Kirk wasn't content with just activism. He became a movement builder. TPUSA's annual conferences brought thousands of students, with headliners like President Trump, Tucker Carlson, and other conservative leaders. These events were part rally, part training ground, shaping the next generation of activists. Kirk also launched TPUSA Faith, connecting conservative politics with Christian communities. He positioned himself not just as a commentator, but as a strategist, someone who could mobilize young voters, raise millions in funding, and influence policy discussions. For supporters, Charlie Kirk represented a new kind of conservative, young, tech-savvy, and unafraid to fight the culture wars. For opponents, he symbolized the dangers of populism and radicalization. Either way, he had become a central figure in America's political battles. Conclusion, Legacy in the Making, 8 bar, 930. Charlie Kirk's story is unique. He didn't climb the usual ladder of politics. No Ivy League degree, no family dynasty, just a teenager with strong convictions who turned them into a nationwide movement. Love him or hate him, Kirk has redefined how young Americans engage with politics. His influence shows that in the digital age, one determined voice can ripple across an entire nation. Outro, 9:30, 10. What do you think? Is Charlie Kirk a rising star who will shape the future of American conservatism, or just a loud voice of the moment? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories of the people shaping our world. Charlie Kirk's rise from a high school student with big ideas to a national political force shows just how much one voice can matter in America today. Whether you see him as a hero, a disruptor, or simply a symbol of a divided nation, his influence is undeniable. But the story isn't finished. His journey is still being written. What do you think? Will Charlie Kirk shape the future of American conservatism? Or is his moment already passing? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more untold stories of the people shaping our world.